Welcome back to another episode of Beck the Vet Podcast. I am on episode number 12, and today I have a special guest. She goes by the name of SunShine. She is a comedian that has toured all over the country, and I actually met her when she came to Augusta and performed at Joker's Comedy Club here in Augusta, Georgia. So welcome to the platform. Thank you for coming on. How are you doing
Thank
today?
you. I'm good. Thank you for having me. I feel great.
Not a problem, not a
Honored.
problem. What I like to do is I like to get to know my guests. So my first question to you is, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how do you think that helped shape who you are today?
Um, well, I'm from Rochester, New York. I was class clown. So, being class clown, I'm glad that I'm a comedian today because I was class clown. I always got in trouble about my mouth. So, I'm glad that that I was class clown. I'm glad that I made something of it instead of just being class clown and then grow up to work at McDonald's or something. At least making something of myself in the comedy game. I met you because I'm military. Well, I met you because of the comedy, but come to find out that I am a U.S. Air Force veteran. So,
Yes.
it came full circle as far as me and your relationship goes because we are both military vets.
That goes into my next question. Can you tell us a little bit about your Air Force career and what motivated you to serve, and what was the experience like?
Well, I was motivated because when it was time to graduate, I hadn't had any plans. I didn't know what I was going to do. My mother just said, "Hey, when you graduate, you got to go." Again, my mouth. She said, "Your mouth, you got to go." So there was a United States Air Force recruiter came to high school. They would go to high schools to recruit. They came to my high school. I said, "Hey, my mom." Oh, I said, "My mom said I got to go. I better figure it out." So I took the test. I passed the ASVAB and went off to the Air Force. And it was one of the best experiences ever.
Bless, God bless you.
Thank you.
No
Because
problem.
it shaped me to my work ethic today. I know it came straight from that Air Force training. It's
Nice.
the
What was
best
your
out of
job
high
title?
school.
What
I
was your
was
job
personnel
title?
specialist.
Personnel specialist.
732. Yes, seven was it yeah, 7320, I believe.
Okay. What was the biggest lesson you took from your time in uniform that actually stays with you today? What was the biggest lesson that you learned?
If you're not in the hospital, you need to be at work.
Oh,
Because
okay.
in the military, there's no calling in. You can't call
Yeah.
in. Yeah, you can't call in. I mean, you have to either be at work or be in the hospital. There's no, like I said, there's just no calling in. You can take leave, so you can prepare, if you have some leave and you can take like you got a week coming up or a vacation. But there's just no calling in. So because I couldn't call in, it formed me to be a person with a great work ethic. I'm at work no matter where I've worked over the years. I'm there on my shift. I don't think I've ever called into a job unless I was really sick. So
You stay.
I'm the work ethic that I got out of the military was the best thing. And being able to tell my son to go because my son went too. So having the experience to tell him to go into the military as well, those two things were the best.
Did he serve in the same branch? Was he also Air
He
Force?
did. He went to the Air Force. Yep, he
Okay.
was a fireman in the Air Force. Yep,
Nice.
yep, yeah.
What
I say
is
was because he got out. He got out as well, but he get a check. He'll get a check for life. As I'm like, a win is a win.
that it is. That it is. So what is
Yeah.
the toughest part of transitioning out of the military into civilian life, in your opinion?
Um, Really, honestly, it was not tough. Um, well, you didn't have that backbone of Uncle Sam, and I say that because when I was in the military, I stayed in the dorms for the whole time that I was in. So when I got out, just having to pay rent was basically and not living on base, living in the city and just not having like that military to fall back on. But
Definitely. That is an
yeah, that
adjustment.
it
You have
was.
everything
It was.
already given to you. You got your dining hall right out the walk right
Right.
out your bedroom to the dining
Right.
hall. So now you got to kind of fend for yourself. So I understand that.
Right. Right. So it was like it was that part. But there was really not a hard transition because anywhere you tried to work, anywhere I applied, I was definitely getting a job. Prior military is going to get the job every time. And I'm sure it's because of the work ethic.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm sure it's
absolutely.
because of that work ethic that they know the military gives you. Yeah.
That is true. Are there any books, movies, TV shows that have influenced your mindset or perspective?
Um. Well, I love movies, but I watch them more for entertainment. So I can't think of any that have really encouraged me to do anything, whether it be this or that. Not as far as movies and TV and stuff, entertainment goes. I really don't even, I feel like it's a big, I watch it for entertainment, basically. I can't get nothing else out of what I'm given on the phone, on the TV. I, it's all entertainment. You can't believe nothing.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah, you can't believe nothing you see, read, hear. So yeah, it's just all entertainment. I mean, I love all movies, so I guess I'm inspired by them all, but not like you know.
What's your genre? What's your genre of movies that you prefer?
Um, I would say drama. I love drama and thrillers, plot twists. Yeah,
Okay.
those are my go-to. You would think it would be comedy, being that I'm a comedian, but I'm a comedian, but I don't
Sometimes
like
you
goofy stuff.
yeah, sometimes you break away and do something different and then come back to it. I understand that. So what's a
Yeah.
fun or random fact about yourself that most people don't know about you?
I like to do nothing because this is really it's a underrated thing. It's underrated doing nothing. So, I realize that this is a thing because a lot of people ask me, what do you like to do? 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 And honestly, I just like to be at home doing nothing. Yeah, doing nothing. I don't really care. I don't have to go out to eat. I don't have to go to concerts. Like I like to be at if I'm not working, it could be because I work as far as being a comedian and I'm a bartender. So I kind of already have that nightclub life in my jobs. So I
And you
don't have to
travel
and I
and you
travel,
travel.
right. So I don't have to do anything. I like doing nothing is fine with me. But I noticed that like in the dating world, when they're asking, look at me when they're asking. When men are asking like what you like to do, what you like to do. And it's like my answer of nothing is very like unpopular. People want you to give big answers or something, I guess, but I'm just like, I don't like to do nothing. I don't like to do nothing. And I don't want nobody asking me to do nothing.
I understand that. I understand
Yeah.
that. Now we're gonna get into your comedy, and I know you like to bartend at the VFW. But before we get into it, I had this is the question I wanted to ask you the most. Who are your top five comics?
Top five comic.
Top five
Richard
comics.
Richard Pryor, definitely.
Okay.
And then Eddie Murphy, definitely. Rad Fox. And I'm just going by the people who influenced me to do it.
Okay.
Um, Rodney Dangerfield. He
Nice.
gets no respect. And probably like there was this movie called it was a movie with Martin Lawrence, and it was all comedians, and it was about them trying to make it. I can't think of that movie, but I guess Martin too. So I'm gonna say Martin too, because I'm
Oh,
just
is that
thinking
the Uptown Saturday Night or
it
Uptown Friday
was.
Night?
That's what it was called. With Dookie was the manager.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep, I
Yeah.
remember that movie.
Okay, yeah. So that movie with all those comedians, like just everybody who was even in that movie. But it's definitely the people that influenced me are the people who are like my top five. If I want to go, I could give you five, but I'm gonna just give you three more just because these are the people who influenced me directly. It would be
Okay.
Dominique, is a comedian. Dominique, she's who told me I should do comedy. And then I had a child, and my son's father shut that down. But Henry Welch, during my shutdown of having when I had my child, he was taking me on the road. So he kept me with some work. And then Doodoo Brown, and that's who he took me to my first feature where I was like really featuring and needed to do 30 minutes. Is the first time was with Doodoo. And once I did that 30, I was able to finagle that into doing my own headlining gigs.
I remember
So
Doodle Brown. That's the one that came to Augusta with you, right? He came to Jokers.
yes, yes, yes. Yep, yep. That's who I came to Jokers with. So yep, that's who I featured for. So definitely those three. But like I said, Eddie, Fred, look at me calling him Fred Sanford. I mean, Red Fox,
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, that whole funny movie, and Martin Lawrence, and then Dominique, Henry Welch, and Doodoo Brown.
Right. And let's
So yeah.
talk about your journey in comedy. So, how did you first get into comedy, and was it something you dabbled in while you were serving, or did it come after you got out?
Well, now I've been a fool everywhere I've gone. So I was a fool in the military. I was a fool in school, high school. Been a fool throughout my jobs, but I was a rapper. I was a rapper in high school. When rapping
Oh, wow.
started, I started rapping. So,
So
um,
that's how you got involved with Positive K, because I know you do the Positive K.
well, no, I didn't. I got involved with positive through comedy. But
Ah,
when I was
okay.
rapping in high school, I had got a we run a record I'm sorry. We won a rap contest, and we won a deal with Scott LaRock, who produced Boogie Down Productions, or who produced Scott LaRock. I mean, who produced Boogie Down Productions is what's his name?
KRS-One.
ARS1, right? And Scott LaRock. Remember they were together. We got a
Yep.
deal. And then Scott LaRock got killed. So that
Oh
killed our
no.
deal.
Sorry to
And
hear
then I
that.
met Suge Knight. Suge Knight said he liked what he saw. He gave me his card. His bodyguard got killed that night.
Wow.
Right. So then I started work. I moved to Atlanta to become a rapper. Once I got out the military, I was living in Ohio, but I said I want to be a rapper, and I knew Atlanta was like becoming the music state. So I moved to Atlanta to be a rapper. I met lots of people. I met all the people that had the connections, but I was playing around. I wouldn't do a demo. I just felt like because I'm here, I'm with y'all, like Eric Sermon, Too Short, Bone
Yeah.
Crusher. I was like, why I need a demo when I'm right here in
Yeah.
the studio, blah blah. But I understand that
Let
you
me
do
drop
need a
my
demo,
album. What I need a demo
right? Because
for? Let
that's
me
your
get my.
work. That's what you're working on. But I still felt like, hey, you could put me in the studio, give me the music, and that's how I felt like it worked back then. You can do that, they could do it all. But I didn't know that you do need to do your own work. So with that being said, I never got a deal. They was hanging with me. They was like, "SunShine, come on, I dare you." Too Short said to me, "I dare you to give me a demo." Almost like he knew I wasn't, because I was just, but I was good. I was like, I didn't understand the demo because, like I said, I'm right here with you. Just put me on. So with
You
that
see,
being said, I understand now though, because of how they say that the industry, not how they say, because of what I feel like I've seen out of the industry and it being real wicked. I know now God was just protecting me. That's why all the deals fell through, because no deal will fall through when God got something to do with it.
absolutely.
Nobody's gonna get killed, and that's the end of what I'm doing. But I
It's
know
not
now that
always
was totally my protection.
absolutely. It's not always our timing, but it is always God's timing. So I
Right,
understand that completely.
right, right.
Did you
So,
find
huh?
did you find that your military experience influenced your comedy style or material?
Um, no, no, it was just life experience. It's life experience. I could talk about the military, but I have a friend, we call him Big Sean, and he was in the military as well. He was in the Air Force, and he got like a whole set that I watched him do a whole set on on the Air Force, and I loved it. I laughed, but I'm not the type of comedian that's like, oh, I was in the Air Force too, so now I'm gonna do a set about. It's like I'm not that type, even though I'm not biting his material because I do have my own military experience. But because I saw him doing it and getting laughs from it, then I would never now. Because to me, that's biting. Even if I don't bite his jokes, just because I had that experience, if I wasn't already talking about it, but I see he's talking about it, so I want to. Now I want to do it. To me, that's just biting. A lot of
Understand?
comics, they bite. They don't understand. You know what I'm saying? To like I said, yes, because somebody else. There's a person who did two jokes of mine, and I confront after the first one. I said I just let it pass. Whatever. But then when I saw her do another joke that was mine that I did, I said, "Hey, like you that's two things that you've done, like that I've done. What's going on?" So she just was like, "Well, we have the same experience because I've never saw you do those jokes, but we must have the same experience." Now, where again, I understand same experiences, but when she said she never seen me, I know she's seen me lots of times. So I was not really buying that. What I understand is that we both might have the same experiences, but when you see somebody do it, now you want to do it, you don't get it, but you're a biter.
Yeah. Like
Period.
stealing jokes, you stealing money out of my
Period.
pocket. Like,
Period. If you already was doing it and then you saw me do it, hey, you was already doing it. Now we both do it. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? We both do it. It's nothing nobody gonna do about it. We both had the experience and we both doing it. But if you wasn't doing it and you saw me or somebody else doing it and you start doing it, you're a biter. Period. So with
yeah,
that being said, no, I don't talk about my military experience because I saw him doing it and he did it so funny. We both was in the Air Force, so I don't use that. But I just use life experiences. And like I said, I
and
came here to be a rapper and I couldn't get a deal. Dominique said, "Sunshine, you funny. You should go on stage," because I was working at the comedy club. So I was working at the only black comedy club in Atlanta, which was called Uptown Comedy Corner back in 1995. Okay, you probably wasn't even born then.
what do you mean? How old you think I am? I knew the Mario movie. What do you mean I wasn't born yet? I knew the Mario movie you was talking
Oh, right.
about.
You just was young. You just was being grown.
I was gonna go into that was gonna be my next question. Like, what is the biggest challenge being a professional comedian? Is it this joke stealing? Because I feel like when people steal your jokes, they steal the money out of your pocket. Because now you can't perform that joke if they've
Right,
already done it. If you
right.
go on,
That's true, but not true, kinda, because someone else, a vet, stole my joke. A vet told me, he saw me face to face and said, "Sunshine, I loved your special," right? I loved your special. It was so good. And then I see him on a clip of Chocolate Sundays in LA doing one of the jokes on my special. Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names, Rodney Perry, but I went up after him. Well, no, what I did was he came to one of the rooms that I was hosting, right? And instead of asking him, because I was really heated. Like I was really heated.
oh, okay, nice, nice. And I do know who Rodney Perry.
Yeah, there was a call. A call just came in, so it said it blocked it out. But we back.
Yeah, we good.
Okay. So yeah, what I did was the night that I was hosting and he was on that show, I did the joke so that he would one know again that that's my joke. And number two, if he had been planning to do it, which he probably wasn't because it's mine. You're not gonna do the joke in front of the person, but I just wanted him to know that that was mine that he was doing. I never said nothing because sometimes it's just like you could argue about it all day. They still gonna do it out of town.
It's true.
You know what I mean? They're just gonna do it when you're not around if they enjoy doing it. I'm talking about stole it down to the T too. I was like, I was a little hurt, but I like I say is, hey, I'm writing some good stuff. Cause ain't nobody gonna steal nothing that ain't funny.
It's true. That is true. Let's talk
Yeah.
about
And
your bartending chops. I know you work as a bartender
oh,
at
I
the
love it.
VFW. If you don't know what the VFW is, that is the Veteran of Foreign Wars. So those that have uh, been in wars overseas, they become members of the VFW, and that's where they go and hang out at.
Yeah.
So
But
what
I'm at
inspired?
the American Legion.
Ah, the American Legion.
Yeah, I
Okay.
ain't at the VFW yet. I ain't with the old olds. That's funny.
So the American
Yeah.
Legion is the same thing, but it's service members, but it's not
Right.
foreign wars. But American
Right.
Legion is like just the military people
Just
that
the
serve.
right, just the military and their families, because we have a there's the military where the people who actually served, and then they have the auxiliary that also goes to the American Legion, which are the family members of those who've served.
See, I didn't even know that. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know
so
family
family
members can
members
go
can
and become
yeah,
members.
family members can join an American Legion under their mother, father, spouse, uncle, aunt. If they had a family member in the military, they just bring that family member's DD 214 or whatever that proves that their family member was in the military, and then they join and they serve at the American Legion.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah, it's
not
nice.
know
It's
that.
a very good organization. I loved it. I love being a part of the American Legion.
Okay, what inspired you to
Nobody
become?
understands.
What
I'm sorry. Go
inspired
ahead,
you?
babe.
What inspired you to become a bartender? And do you like use them as like your practice with jokes?
Um,
Mhm.
definitely, definitely. I became I was working in the nightclub scene. I started as a waitress. I had never worked in a nightclub, but I just wanted to because I was working at the comedy club. So I've always worked at the comedy club as a second job, and so I know I like nightclubs as far as second jobs
Okay.
because the economy, everybody at one point needed two jobs. And so I'm like, hey, if the first job can be serious, that second job needs to be fun.
Salute.
So I went to a nightclub. Well, like I said, I was working at Uptown. And then decided to try a nightclub as a waitress. And I really loved that. Like, I loved working in a nightclub because I like going out, but this way I was able to be out and make money and not spending it, you know? I'm there making it, but still able to party with everybody else. Cause at that time I did drink. So it's like people would be buying me drinks. I'm serving, but I'm partying. Cause I love to serve. I love to serve.
Like that. I
So
like that.
yeah, I love to give good service because I know there's some really good tippers out there. Some people who love good service and they love the tip. So that's what I love to serve because I love getting a good tip.
Nice. The better the tip, the
Yeah,
stronger the
yeah.
drink. I like that.
Oh, and now when I'm yeah, right. So I started as a waitress, and then when there was like maybe a bartender wasn't there, I was able to get behind the bar and kind of dibble and dabble a little bit. And then one of my friends was serving food at the American Legion. So I started um she would make the food and I would just take it out to the people. I was like a food runner. And then the American Legion needed a bartender and I said, I'm about to try it. I'm going for it. And I liked it. And I did it for 8 years. And then I said, I'm going to quit my day job and I'm going to go strictly bartending and comedy shows. And I did. And I started bartending. And here I am today. All I do is bartend and comedy. And every time somebody take a drink, their face let me know that I did the right thing because I make good drinks. Like I said, I give good service, but the drinks when people be like, yeah, like when like even if it's just a Hennessy and Coke, which Who can mess up a Hennessy and Coke? I don't know, but I know that I can make a Hennessy and Coke and make a person be like it's perfect.
Nice.
You know.
So I know
So I love bartending.
I know bartenders hear all types of stories. So without naming any names, what's one of the funniest or most memorable bar stories you've heard or witnessed?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. That's a good question. Uh, well, first of all, since I'm the one getting the people drunk when they turn on me, because I just had people who argue with me, I'm like,
For
you
serving them
know
drink?
what I do?
But
But
you're the
I
one
think,
making them the
oh,
drink.
I got them drunk. You said what?
But you're the one making their drinks. Why would they get mad at you?
Drunk. So that's the, you know what I mean? Like you serving them everything going good, then all of a sudden they done changed on, switched on you. But as a bartender, you just have to be understand. Like I don't take nothing personal because I know, oh my goodness, like I'm the one who got you drunk, and now you flipping on me. So I guess that's like the most. But let me think an actual story, like a person doing something. Um, this is I wanted to do a post on this. It's not.
Okay.
It's just what a couple people have done: ordering drinks and walking out on your tab. And the last tab the person walked out, it was $4. It was just one beer that they got, and it was $4. I called them because I was like, "Where is he? Where is he?" So I called them, and I'm like, "Hey, you left." So he's like, "Well, how much was it?" So I said, "It was just $4." But I'm not talking about the price. I'm just talking about the fact that you left. Like, if you're able to get something somewhere without paying, so someone trusts you, because there's people at a bar who they order and they pay. I don't know them. I know you. You order. So there's that trust there that you don't have to pay me right then. So why would you mess up that trust that we have? I don't care if it's $4. The fact that you didn't think to tell me goodbye
It's
is the
true.
part that killed me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. It's that you were there, you was talking to everybody, blah blah. Sunshine, give me a beer. I give you a beer, you talking, blah blah, and then you leave. You didn't even think to just say bye, Sunshine, because I would tell you, hey, you got to pay for your beer. You know what I'm saying? If you would thought enough of me to just say goodbye to me. So that's where it's like it ain't the fact that you walking out on your tab. It's the fact that you didn't even think enough to come say bye to Sunshine.
Especially if you're a regular. Like if you're a regular, why would you do that? It's
Yeah. And so that's one. And then that same night that someone saw me talking to someone about a tab they walked out on. And then at the end of the night, when everybody's paying their tab, I go to this person, hey, okay, your tab is $8. This person said, I don't have no money. Well, what? Why was you ordering it? What? But see, on this journey that I'm on of forgiveness and being a loving woman, instead of, I said, you know what? Whenever somebody don't have no money, even though you should be adult enough to say, hey, Sunshine, I don't have no money. Can I go ahead and drink and then I'll pay it back when I get paid Friday? Like, why you can't say that out your mouth, I don't know. But the type of person I am, I said, well, you know what? Whenever anybody doesn't have it, then I'll go ahead and extend them the credit. Now I don't know how I'm gonna know. The only way I'm gonna know is just that, history. So I'll just tell those people who have done it. I'll put them to the side and tell them. I won't know but I'm figuring like maybe on the nights I work, I'll go ahead and say, hey, this is the American Legion. We family. If you ain't got it, put me to the side. Let me know, and we got you. You just pay me next week. I'll make announcements
it is nice of
that
you.
way.
See, that's
I
why they
know
call
I'm a
you.
nice person.
That's why they call
I'm
you
a nice
Sunshine.
person.
Man. That's why they call you
Yeah,
Sunshine.
exactly. And I'm trying to live up to the name because I do have a short temper. I got a short fuse and I got a bad temper.
Oh
So,
no, I'm glad
yeah,
I never
my mother
seen
told me that. My mother told me that. She say I'm sweet though. My mother said you very, very sweet, but you got a short fuse. So I try to work on it.
Okay. So, do you see yourself mentoring other veterans who want who want to get into the comedy or entertainment game?
I will mentor anybody that thinks that I have something that they can learn from. It don't matter what it is and who it is. Anybody that want my help, I will help. Oh shit. Ooh.
Yeah, no, you good. You can cut
Oh,
some hair. It's fine.
okay. Cause I'm outside
Oh,
and
well, well, yeah. Outside in
yeah,
Georgia.
well there's a I'm outside. Let me show you.
Oh, believe me, I know. I'll be in the backyard trying to smoke a cigar. And,
Yes. What's
oh,
this? A snail or a
yeah,
caterpillar?
caterpillar. Yep.
And this is funny because growing up, my sister loves to tell the story. My sister loved to tell the story of how she let me eat a caterpillar when I was 3 years old. A caterpillar that was crawling. Yeah, she always say, "I let you." Oh shit, it's 2 hours. This must be Caterpillar City. Let me see this one. Oh, but one of them burnt. This one dead. But that's two that I done seen out here, so I'm gonna have to watch out for the. But my sister always, I let you eat a caterpillar when you. Why? That's so mean. Yeah, that's so mean. But hey, the truth always come to light. So another
Absolutely.
one, I could pick this one up with my hand.
Oh, wow.
So I'm back. Nature. I'm back
Let's
from
get into
nature.
we'll talk about future a little bit and reflection. So if you could go back and tell your younger self one thing about life, what would it be?
It would be uh what would it be? If I could tell my younger self anything, it would be to trust God. To if I knew what I knew then, what I know now, as far as all things work together for good for those that love the Lord. That's what I would tell my younger self. All things work together for the good for those that love the Lord. So that's what I would tell my younger self, because even like now I can appreciate the no. I can appreciate when I don't get what I want. Back then I wanted what I wanted and I didn't understand when I didn't get things. Now it's so easier to live when you don't get what you want, knowing that it's God.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know if you knew Reggie Carroll, but Reggie Carroll, the comedian, just was killed. He was on the Cat Williams tour.
Oh no.
Well, Dominique know, well, they from Maryland. Well, from DC. I'm sorry, I bet not. Dominique better not hear me saying Maryland, but they from
DC,
that
not
DC
Maryland
area.
OG. You gotta say
Yeah, that
DC.
was very sad.
That is sad.
I'm
Sorry to
glad
hear
that I never covet nobody. Like when people go on tour, I know the people. I know several people on Cat Williams tour and that have been on his tour, and I've never wanted what someone else got. Thank God.
Understand
Thank
that.
God.
That goes into
Because
my
niggas end up dead, huh?
that goes into my next question as far as your future plans. Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years on a bigger comedy stage, running your own venue, or deeply tied with the American Legion community?
All of that.
Uh,
Everything you said in the future, but God holds it. So right now, I don't. My thing is, I can't change the past. I don't know the future. I'm living right here in the present. I don't know.
yeah, that's
All
my
I can tell
tagline.
you is, what's next? What's next? So I'm doing the Country Wayne skits. I'm Teresa. If anybody watches the Country Wayne skits, I'm on the Sherman series. I'm Sherman's ex. My name is Teresa, and I'm enjoying that.
Okay,
I'm enjoying that, and actually, we are going to Orlando in 2 weeks to film.
nice,
I know. I
nice.
just got the call yesterday, and I am blown away, by what the Lord is doing and what He just is gonna do. So I have no idea what the future holds. I just know, like I said, I'm just, stay prayed up, and wherever God want me to be, that's where I'm gonna be.
And you always stay booked and busy, and that's the beautiful thing. You always was working, whether it was
Right. And I'm
Nella.
so thankful for that.
Absolutely.
It be like, for me, to me it's like slow and steady wins the race. It's not like I'm booked and busy, but not booked and busy, but booked and busy enough to stay above water, like to pay my bills. I ain't broke. I'm good. I keep some money. I'm This whole month of September, I'm not going anywhere. So if I can help it, like if I'm not getting paid, I'm gonna be in the house. I told two people, if you see me anywhere, I owe you $20. So I'm trying to stay in the house, but yeah, I'm trying to stay in, but yes, God has given me everything that I need. And even with this interview, He just gonna keep, this is, I'm sure, gonna build me somewhere else, take me to another plateau with your watchers, and your subscribers. So I'm thankful. Yep, I'm honored that you asked.
Oh no, I'm glad you came on the platform. And I tell people all the time, like it's all about the OPA, other people's audience. Reach out, talk to
Yeah,
people. Like you have numbers on your phone that you could reach out to, talk to, and see if they want to be on there. And I remember when you came to our show and you told some of the when you was in the Air Force, oh, I gotta get SunShine on the platform. I know she'll do it. I gotta get on the platform. So I'm glad you said yes.
yeah, yeah. I'm honored. Like I said, oh, and you had brought up Positive K. Um, and when he started doing comedy, I saw him do his song because he was incorporating his song into his set, and I saw him do like a piece of the song, and he was doing it by himself. And I said, hey, I know, I was a rapper, especially back in the eight when when that song came out. I was definitely rapping. So I was like, I know it, so can I do it with you? He was like, yeah. And so I went up, like when he had a show, I went up and did that part with him. And from there, we just started doing shows together. Call it the Positive K Comedy Experience.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, I remember we booked y'all
Yep.
for that. I'm mad we couldn't get that show off the ground, but yeah, I know that would
I
have been a
know
good.
that was good. That was good business you did though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I have to keep that
Yep.
relationship regardless. I was like, look, regardless of whether we do this or not, we're going to pay them. So yeah,
Yeah, that was good.
because
I
it
just
wasn't on.
had 4th of July, there was a show that got canceled, and I asked the person, would they pay the people on it? Would they give them at least 50? You paid us what we were getting paid. I asked, could they just give them $50 as just a sign of good faith because they didn't get a deposit, and now you're canceling the show? Can you just give them at least 50 just to put something in their pocket? Because I
Exactly.
wasn't on it, but I had booked it for this club. And they were like, first they were like, well, wait till I get till Thursday. And then when Thursday came, they didn't mention it. So I went back and was like, hey, what'd you decide? And they was like, we don't have it. And I was just like, people don't do good business,
No, that's not
which
good
I'm not
business.
doing business with them anymore.
And the
But
reason
look at
why,
us,
yeah, exactly. And the reason why I did it
still
because it was
doing
not
business.
possible. And my thing is, we scheduled y'all for an event, so you probably had other events that you could have went to that you canceled because you were coming to ours. So
Right,
yeah, that was a
right.
no-brainer.
Yeah. But we were like, wow, okay, because again, most people don't do good business. So we were really just, we felt so blessed. So we owe you. We owe you. Whenever y'all ready again, we owe y'all.
I like that. It's a good
Yeah, you
idea.
come back for a discount.
And in
Yep,
and
definitely.
positive K, like I know this is like Back to Vet and it's a veteran group, but if positive K want to come on the platform, absolutely, I'd love to have them on and talk to them.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'll definitely do the hookup.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So
That's no question.
I also wanted to ask this question: if you could create your own dream comedy show or event, what would it look like, and who would be involved?
I would do a relationship. I'm big on relationships. And if I had my way to do any type of show or anything, I would want to travel to like hotels and do like banquet rooms and do um relationship counseling as a comedy show. So I would have comedians that whose excuse me, whose sets revolve around relationships, people staying together, which would be myself, Doodoo Brown, Janet Dollar. Shout out Janet Dollar. And if that, um, I would have to think. I can't think right now, but another person who, again, their comedy is geared towards relationships and staying together. And then I would travel as a tour, as a relationship counseling comedy show.
Okay.
If I had my dream in my way, and it would be ended with like a gospel, some type of gospel song, something that would make everybody cry.
Nice.
Yeah,
That goes
yeah.
into the question. So, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, whether it's the comedy world or the veteran world or the veteran community?
Uh, well, both. I just want to leave a legend of being a funny bartender. That's both. Because when I bartend, oh, I make them laugh. That's all I do is make them laugh. They be like I'm the best, even though again I have a short fuse, so I'll be cussing a lot, and they know I'm trying to work on that. But a lot of times people ain't happy till you cussing them out. They like laugh. They love it.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm working on that. But I just want to be known as somebody who just brought plenty of joy. No drama. Yep.
all right. So, where can people find you in case people want to ask you for advice or see you in action or the show?
Well, they can catch me on social media. I'm on Facebook. My name is Tasha McCutcheon because that's my government name, Tasha McCutcheon. So on Facebook, I'm Tasha McCutcheon. And then on Instagram, Rochester's Finest, 585. And on TikTok, I'm new to TikTok, but I love TikTok.
Really, I couldn't get into like I have a platform for Back to Vet podcast with TikTok, and I post like a couple things, but I'm like, you know what, I can't do this.
I love TikTok. Well, I love it for um it's a different scroll than Facebook and
Instagram,
Instagram.
absolutely.
So it's like I like the TikTok scroll because it's more informative to me. It's got more informative things on there versus Facebook is more people ranting and their feelings.
Well, I was
Instagram is
looking.
more like pictures and reels, music. So TikTok is more to me more news, informative type. But damn, what was the question?
No, where can people find you? That's all.
Oh yeah.
or see you, or see you in action.
Oh, okay. And yeah, my next show is gonna be in Columbia, South Carolina. That's September the 20th. Um, September
And what?
20th, Columbia, South Carolina, with Skip G, the mayor. And it's for the guy that's having it. His name is Skip. It's his birthday. So September 20th in Columbia. I'll be there, and look out for me on the Country Wayne skits as Teresa.
Nice, nice.
And hey, if you want the best drink you ever had, you got to come to Marietta, Georgia, to Post 296, the American Legion.
Got you. Well, there you have it.
Yeah,
Sunshine on Back to Vet
yeah.
podcast. I appreciate you coming on my platform as I continue to honor the past, build the future, and serve the now. Thank you for coming on the
You're
platform.
welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you much success. And hey, like I said, we owe you. So whenever you're ready and behind the scenes, I'll make sure I hook up the Positive K um, conversation because I'm sure he'll have it with you. This was awesome. Very
Absolutely.
professional
I
done.
grew up on hip hop, love hip hop, and I fucks with positive case. So yeah, definitely. I would love that. Appreciate
All
that.
right. I'm going to forward, actually, I'm going to